everyone, it's Meg and today I'm going to be doing the Joy of Christmas book tag. Obviously the festive season is upon us, so I felt like this would be the perfect tag to do for the month of December and for doing my version of Bookmas. So that is what I'm going to do today. I will leave the link to the original video for this tag in the description down below for you guys if you want to go and check it out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Question number 1. Anticipation. The Christmas excitement is real. What book releases are you most anticipating? In terms of the end of the year, there isn't really any that I'm interested in. The only one that I am is a book called Coral, which is by Sarah Ella, I believe that is her name. And that sounds like a really interesting book about mental health, and it's also about mermaids as well. It just seems like a really interesting concept. So in terms of books for the end of the year that have not come out yet, that's probably the only one that I'm interested in. And in terms of next year, there's quite a few, but the ones that I'm probably most excited for are Alice Oseman's new books, as she has the third volume of Heartstopper that comes out in February, and also her fourth book Loveless, which comes out in April I believe, and I pre-ordered them both, signed copies, and I cannot wait, as you guys should know right now how much I love Alice, and I cannot wait to get her new book and the next volume of Heartstopper. It's just wonderful. I am so excited and I cannot wait to dive back into her books again. Question number 2. Christmas songs and carols. What book or author can you not help but sing its praises? For this, it has to be an obvious choice for me, and that is Laura Wood, who is a UK YA and middle grade author, and she has 2 wonderful books. These are her young adult books that she has, Sky Painted Gold, Under a Dancing Star. I've talked about them a couple of times on my channel and I love them and I want everybody to read them. Laura's writing is so wonderful. I wouldn't have originally picked these books up as they are historical fiction and I'm not really a fan of historical fiction, but I saw Lucy the Reader talk about us Under a Sky Painted Gold, so I picked it up and I'm really glad that I read it. It was like walking into home. It was so comforting. The moment I first read the line, I love the characters, I love the world. With both of these books, they have such strong leading female characters. I love them both dearly. I love the stories, I love the romances, I love Laura's writing. It is so beautiful. She has officially become one of my favourite authors ever. I love her to pieces. I love these books to pieces. If you are watching this video, please go and read them. You will not regret it. And I really hope that she comes out with another YA book next year. Like, I'm hoping. Really hoping. Because I need more of her writing as soon as possible. Question number 3. Gingerbread House. What book or series has wonderful world building? For this, I feel like this mainly applies to fantasy, and I've not really read a lot of fantasy. I guess to a certain extent I could say Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber. That's probably one of the main ones that I can do. So I would definitely say that one, or The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. And even though this isn't like a fantasy and it is technically set in the real world, wherever they live, whatever town that they live in, is a made-up place, I believe. So I found it very vivid. It felt like you were there, especially the forest and all of that jazz. It just felt like you were really with the characters on their adventures, whether they were in some mystical cave, in a forest, or just around the town in general. I thought that was very vivid. But yeah, I feel like that's the only answer I can give because, like I said, I feel like this mainly applies to fantasy and I do not read a lot of fantasy. Question number 4. A Christmas Carol. Favourite classic or one that you want to read? For this, obviously I have to go for basically anything by Jane Austen, specifically Pride and Prejudice or Persuasion. I actually kind of prefer reading Persuasion physically than Pride and Prejudice, but Pride and Prejudice will always be my favourite Jane Austen story. So those 2, and then in terms of ones that I want to read, I really want to read The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I feel like this could be classed as a modern classic, but I've been wanting to read it for years, and I think I'm going to try my best to finally read it at some point in the next new year. So those are my answers. I really want to read The Bell Jar. I've heard lots of wonderful things about it, and I feel like I am really going to enjoy it, especially since Sylvia Plath is also a poet. Question number 5. Christmas sweets. What book would you love to receive for Christmas? So, I have quite a few on my list, because obviously all I want for Christmas is books. Like, legit, all I want for Christmas is books. I would love to get the Tea Dragon Society by, I can't even remember the name of the author, but I really want to get the Tea Dragon Society, Katie O'Neill, that's it. I would love to get the Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. I've been seeing it go around everywhere. It looks so cute and wholesome and just absolutely wonderful, and I really, really want to read it, and I have put it on my Christmas list, so hopefully I will get it. I would also love to get Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Obviously that's been such a hype book throughout 2019, and I really would love to get my hands on it. I feel like it's a book that I would also really love, especially since I've never read a book about royalty really, so it'd be really interesting to read on a subject like that. There's a poetry book which is called Please Hear What I'm Not Saying. I can't remember the name of the authors who wrote it, but it's a poetry collection that I've been wanting to get my hands on for years. I've asked for it on Christmas and birthday lists for like God knows how long since it came out, and I haven't got it yet, so I really, really hope I get it for Christmas this year, because I want it so badly, as it's a poetry collection that deals with mental health, and I feel like it's a book that I would be able to relate to a lot and also find very inspiring in terms of my own writing, so really want to get that. And there's lots of other books that I would love to get, but I'm going to stop there because we will be here for a very, very long time. Question number 6. Candles in the window. What book gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling? And for this, there's quite a few books, but I am going to choose the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaffer and Annie Barrows. I read this back in September and absolutely fell in love with it. It's such a comforting read. You become so attached to the characters. It is like the perfect book to curl up with and just enjoy on a rainy winter day. If you have a fire, it's perfect for sitting by that with a hot drink. It is just like, it gives you those super fuzzy, warm feelings, and I love it to the moon and back. I am so glad that I finally got to read it, and I can't wait to eventually watch the film. But yeah, really, really love this book, and also one that I 100% recommend if you have not picked it up yet, because it is absolutely wonderful. Question number 7. Christmas trees and decorations. What are some of your favourite book covers? I have quite a few that I really love. Obviously I have to go with these 2 books for Laura Wood, because just look at them. Like, look at them. They are shiny and beautiful and I absolutely adore them. Like, look. Stunning. Then I also love these editions that I have of Anne of Green Gables. They are just, I have 3 of them at the moment, and they're just beautiful. They have like little illustrations about them, and they're just very beautiful and not simple, but they definitely are some of my favourite editions of Anne of Green Gables that I have. Obviously I have to mention the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. Finale is definitely my favourite, as it is beautiful like this. The UK editions are definitely my favourite. And then Under the Dust Jacket, it is beautiful and shiny with a quote on it. As you can see, I really like shiny things. And I'll go for a last one. It's Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the UK Waterstones exclusive edition, and it's slightly different than the normal UK's. It's a bit darker, it's got some foiling, it's got black sprayed edges, and it has ticket end papers, which are absolutely gorgeous. So these are just a few of the books that I absolutely love, and there seems to be a theme of shiny and glitteriness, but what is new, because your girl loves a bit of glitter. And question number 8, Christmas joy. What are some of your favourite things about Christmas, and or some of your favourite Christmas memories? Over the past couple of years, maybe like 4 years, 3-4 years, I've actually kind of been losing the spirit of Christmas. I feel like dealing with my mental health and stuff, it tends to take a dip towards the end of the year and during the winter months as I deal with sad. But so that has kind of lost my joy for Christmas. I don't tend to find much joy in it anymore, But for some reason this year I am actually feeling a little bit more magic and a bit more joy as it is leading up to Christmas, which is really, really exciting. I'm really glad of that, and my favourite thing about Christmas is probably how it is a little bit more chilled, a little bit more relaxed, and that people are able to just chill and enjoy ourselves more, enjoy company. We've not got as many engagements, that sounds really fancy, or things to do, like everybody comes over to somebody's house and you just chill and have Christmas, you cook food together, you open presents together, and it's just really nice to have everybody in a much more relaxed atmosphere than being really stressed about everything else at life. It's like you can put everything on pause for a moment and just enjoy spending time together, which is really nice. And I also love to give presents. I love giving people presents. I love trying to give something to them that they wouldn't expect but still really relates to them, something that you don't necessarily just buy from a shop, something that I can maybe make or kind of personalise in a way. And I also love wrapping presents because I love making them look aesthetically pleasing as possible, like that brown paper and string sort of thing. I'm totally into that. So yeah, those are probably some of my favourite things about Christmas. So that is it for this tag. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I just thought it would be a lot of fun seeing as it is nearly Christmas time, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully I did okay in these answers. But yeah, it was really fun and I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas as well. If you would like to do this tag, then feel free to do it. If you can get it in before Christmas, because I am actually pre-filming this video at the end of November, so it's going to go up like the 3rd week of December, I believe. But if you have time to do it before Christmas, then and you film it and post it, leave a link to it in the descriptions in the comments so I can go and check it out. If you like this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you like to see more bookish videos from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and little bell icon so you'll be noted every time I post a new video. As always, I'll leave the links to my social media along with the links to my Goodreads in the description down below for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!